Hi, I'm Irving, and I'm an Adamaniac. Our story opens with three rather peculiar burglaries. A catalog, a catamaran, and 3 mittens. Her fence must really be desperate for stuff to sell.
What does that all spell out to you, O'Hara?
Trouble. Trouble.
Oh, it's a warning that she's back in town. Get ready to drool. They call Batman, of course. No sense even trying to act like police when you're faced with an independent, strong woman who happens to like taking possession of other people's stuff.
Remember, Dick, don't look directly into the sun. It may cause damage to the retina of the eye.
Hang on, what was he doing right before he said that?
Remember, Dick, don't look directly into the sun. It may cause damage to the retina of the eye.
Remember, Dick, don't look directly into the sun or it may damage the retinas of your eyes. Now, where are you?
Right, Bruce. Gosh, isn't it exciting about the eclipse tomorrow? I understand a few countries are sending geophysical teams.
Why would they send geophysicists? Wouldn't astrophysicists make more sense? You're supposed to be too impressed that Dick knows a big word to notice things like that.
To observe the phenomenon.
If the eclipse isn't until tomorrow, why are you looking for it today? Speaking as an experienced amateur astronomer, that's a very nice scope, by the way. Although I have no idea what that big thing on the side of it is. Maybe it's also a radio telescope because Bruce can afford it.
It's the bat phone.
Pro tip, it's also a bad idea to leave your scope pointed at the sun for an extended period of time, even with a filter on it. And since that's a theatrical gel and not an actual filter, you're going to have a meltdown inside that thing in a few minutes.
Yes, Commissioner.
Batman, we have every reason to believe that Catwoman is alive.
So they are calling back to her apparently fatal fall in Season 1. We probably won't get an explanation for how she survived, but at least they acknowledge it.
And living in Gotham City.
We'll be right there, Commissioner. Catwoman has returned to besmirch the name of our fair metropolis. To the Bat Poles.
Catwoman is back. I forgot my line. To the Bat Poles! Batman and Robin race to headquarters, but Commissioner Gordon already has a plan. He's going to alliterate her into submission.
The Princess of Plunder.
The Countess of Criminality, the Marchioness of Misdemeanors.
If that doesn't work, Batman has a plan of his own.
What'll we do?
You'd set a thief to catch a thief. You'd set some cheese to catch a mouse. To catch this breed of cat, you'd set
A bird!
Correct, Robin. And what kind of bird?
A canary!
You've done it again, old chap.
What did I put in this thing?
O'Hara, I have grown to realize that there are 2 basics in life we can be sure of.
Death and taxes, sir?
Batman and Robin.
Have I mentioned lately how much I love this show? My friends and I used to watch for scenes like that and try to guess when they were going to happen. As far as I can remember, we never got a single one right. Batman and Robin decide to plant a false story in the paper to draw Catwoman out.
A few weeks ago, I met the man who writes the most widely read gossip column in the country.
Jack O'Shea of the Gotham City Times.
Right, a straight news plant might be too conspicuous, but a small blurb in his column might do the trick.
Is he worthy of our trust?
Is anyone truly worthy of Batman?
That's hard to determine, Robin. He's a bit too theatrical for me.
Says the guy dressed like a giant bat.
But we must make every effort to bring Catwoman to justice.
Are you going to call him at his newspaper office?
This Jack O'Shea is rather unique. His office is the 3rd phone booth in Glob's drugstore. We should have the number in the Bat Index.
I wonder how much someone got paid to sit under the table and turn that dial. After a little time convincing O'Shea that he really is Batman, he makes his request.
I'd like you to place an item in your column about a rare species of canary. that's being exhibited on the 12th floor of the Gotham City Natural History Museum.
I'm still way back on how they made the logic jump from Catwoman planning something big to enticing her with a canary. Why not a bluebird, or a sparrow, or a robin? Wait, he's too young for that. Anyway, why that specific type of bird? But I'm still working on a total grasp of Batman logic.
You are the creme de la creme of Gotham City's cat burglars.
So why did we have to waste our time with those dumb robberies?
Except for you. You are now the creme de la crunch.
Speak.
Catwoman, sweetheart.
What's shaking, baby?
Watch your language, Knave. Remember, I'm a lady.
Yeah, right. Well, I've got some news that ought to raise the fur on your back. The Batman has arranged a trap.
Gee, what an unforeseen twist. The guy they trusted is working with the villain. What a unique and interesting plot device.
Keep in touch.
Yeah. Hey, why don't we get together and share a saucer of milk sometime?
Don't be ridiculous. It would ravage my reputation if I was seen with you.
It's time for this week's lesson in good citizenship.
Are those the bat jets you told me about?
Yes, Robin. Each one contains enough compressed batchin to lift a 5,000-pound automobile more than 500 miles in the air. We haven't tested them yet, but we may have to use them eventually.
Batman, you think of everything.
You remember the Boy Scouts motto?
Be prepared.
Robin would know. Bruce bought him a Boy Scout troop last Christmas.
It would do well to keep that in mind at all times.
I took the liberty, sir, of preparing you both a snack.
How thoughtful, Alfred, but we must be gone. Crime waits for no one.
Oh, but surely, sir, you take some nourishment. It's not conducive to good health to fight the forces of evil without proper supplies.
Yes, as they say, an army travels on its stomach.
And don't forget to eat all your vegetables. They set up in the museum to catch Catwoman and her crew.
Don't make a move, you light-fingered larcenous. Consider yourself apprehended.
Now, wait a second, Batman and Robin. Is that fair? 2 against 1? You're a big, important crime fighter.
Has it occurred to you guys that he's stalling for some reason? Quit talking and cuff him!
And I'm just a lowly cat burglar trying to eke out a living in this dog-eat-dog world.
I'd hoped the Catwoman herself might materialize here tonight.
If you just look behind her, you'll see that she did.
Holy cliche. Does he expect us to fall for that?
The actual cliche is that it always seems to turn out that they're telling the truth. Like now.
Ah, my tenacious teenager, you have a lot to learn.
You witch.
Batman, with all your many attributes, you haven't learned the first thing about good manners. A gentleman would kiss a lady's hand.
I'll kiss anything you want me to.
You are not a lady. You are a...
Curb your tongue, Batman. I cannot tolerate a man with no breeding. All right, cats, get them.
Now that everybody's gotten their lines in and we've played up a little tension between Batman and Catwoman, go get them. I think her expressions said it all, but she's not ready to give up.
Cease this fiddle-dee-dee.
Are you ready to capitulate?
Parish forbid. I just don't see the reason for any further violence, especially since my side is losing.
The world's greatest detective, Gotham City's only great hope, doesn't seem to notice that she's holding a suspiciously gun-like object in her hand there, even though it's the shiniest thing in the room.
Holy weaponry.
She's got her Zap Brannigan ray guns. Oh wait, they're toy dart guns.
I've got you covered with my cat darts. They've been dipped in catatonic just enough to paralyze you for a minute or so.
Naturally, when Robin sees the dart hit Batman, he stands very still to make sure she hits him too, because ducking is against the rules.
Holy dart, 10 yen.
You've made your point.
What is she going to do with us?
can be sure her intentions are not honorable.
One of these days, instead of a speech like that, he's just going to say, "We're screwed!" and I'm going to faint dead away. Catwoman doesn't go in for fancy murder plots. She tells her men to throw him out that 12-story window.
I don't believe it. What rotten luck!
They came up that way, but they didn't know it was there. Catwoman and crew beat a hasty retreat.
Lucky we had Captain Ahab of the White Whaling Company put up these fish nets to catch the canary cage she might have tossed out the window. These nets sure saved our lives.
Not luck, Robin. We were prepared, but it is true. Some days, one is luckier than others.
It's not luck because we were prepared, but yeah, it was luck. And they had these nets put up in case she tossed the canary out the window? Wouldn't she already have a plan for recovering it if she was going to do that? And besides, she's already used parachutes. What's lucky is that a net intended to catch a canary was strong enough to catch 2 full-size humans. Not to mention a bat and a robin.
Gotham City's much beloved crime busters blew the Duke last night when they allowed the Viscountess of Venality.
I thought only police were allowed to do that. Speaking of police, somehow they caught one of her gang. I'm sorry, that's even more far-fetched than the net. Batman interrogates him.
You can kick me, hit me, and stomp me, but I'll never talk. All right, I'll talk.
He doesn't know where Catwoman's lair is. He's blindfolded when they take him there. And whatever her caper is, she's planning it for tonight. At Wayne Manor, Aunt Harriet got some bad acid and is chasing off flying monkeys.
Oh boy, I like rock and roll music as much as the next red-blooded average American teenager. But this stuff is awful.
It's the latest dance.
Oh, she was dancing, I guess. It wasn't bad acid at all. She was dancing. Yeah, that's it.
They call it the Catoosie.
By Benedict Arnold and the Traitors.
It started a couple of weeks ago at a new restaurant on the west side called the Pink Sandbox.
Apparently Aunt Harriet goes clubbing. Who knew? I wonder how often Alfred has to quietly drive her home and put her to bed. By the way, Dick, that's not rock and roll. That's West Side Story played backwards.
What are your specialties?
Cat burgers with catsup, chicken cacciatore, and various cuts of meats from choice Kansas City cattle.
Don't make it obvious now. Wouldn't want the dynamic duo to catch on.
If you'll come back in a moment, we'll give you our orders.
All right.
Holy epicure. Using this restaurant as a cover-up. Oh, she's smart, all right.
This time, we'll turn the tables on her.
Right on cue.
If we went on opposite sides of the law, Batman, I could go for you. In a small way. You're about the only man I've met lately who'd be worthy of me.
Holy lovebirds, I think she's sweet on you, Batman.
I think Batman just said,
The Joker called for a date last Monday.
He's fairly attractive.
But I can't stand his green hair.
And the Penguin's too small for me.
Your problem is you've been running around with a bad crowd.
Enough of this moralizing, Batman. Nobody likes a preaching crime fighter.
How dare you preach a one-sentence sermon?
Look at them dance, boys. It's amazing how two such athletic human beings can be so ungainly.
At least it's not the Batusi.
We've got to cool this floor down or our feet will be severely burned.
Holy bunions! Look, there's a water pipe!
Why would they assume it's a water pipe? Isn't this kind of an odd place to have one? For all they know, that pipe's full of natural gas, and the second it hits the floor, they'll be blown to Jupiter.
Little do they know that pipe contains liquid catatonia. Fumes will drive them batty and knock them temporarily out.
On the other hand, I hear Jupiter is nice this time of year. They awaken and find themselves in a bad spot.
You hateful hussy!
The reflectors have been greased with margarine to make you all the more friable.
Holy oleo.
I didn't know you could yodel.
They make these jokes work. How? But she's not done.
Hot enough for you, Batman? You two guys are really hot stuff.
2 minutes under this blistering heat and you'll be very well done indeed. It's too bad it had to end now, guys. But look at it this way. You will have starred in a new show.
What's that?
Bat on a hot tin roof.
Well, they've been baked before, so now it's time to try roasting them.
That's not a bit funny.
Yes, it is, actually. She takes her leave and we have our cliffhanger.
Is their goose really cooked? Will Batman and Robin stew in their own juice? Are all their plans and dreams to go up in smoke?
Are we going to keep doing these stupid cooking puns?
The answer to these and other burning questions tomorrow.
Same cat time, same cat channel. I'm glad they went that little extra to mention that Catwoman was thought to be dead. Now, we saw her in the movie between seasons, and there they captured her. But we don't know where the movie fits into the overall storyline of the series. It could very well be set before the series even started. It really doesn't matter. What does matter is, having someone else step into the role for a film didn't faze Julie Newmar a bit. She's back and more seductively evil than ever. And we're finally starting to see a little bit of romantic attraction between her and Batman. That took long enough. The next question will be, how smoothly and believably will they be able to develop it? Seeing the answer promises to be a lot of fun. Until part 2, I'm Irving, and I'm an Adamaniac.
Nobody wants to eat with me.